and everything. I just want to make sure we get what we need to get in before we talk about question and answer and prepare you for interviews. That's it. Okay. All right. Um, so what is there is that we can start with you because we won't spend more than an hour today, and can start with you. And are you ready for us?
I will be talking on behalf of the group because it was a group work.
Okay.
Okay. So if you can give me permission to share my screen.
Okay. Um, are we gonna be seeing your face?
No, not for now. I kind of blocked out my webcam.
Okay.
I had an issue. Somebody was trying to extort me, saying I should pay money for something or else they will expose me. And this person was able to display my password and my username. So I don't know how they got it, maybe keystroke or maybe they have activated my webcam. So since then, I just blocked my webcam. I can only open it when I need to.
Yeah, but if you use another computer, you can bring out your because definitely when you're gonna be doing interview, they want to see your
I can
face.
still use my computer. Maybe next time, sir.
Definitely one
Okay,
of this
no
time.
problem, no problem. Let me open it. Let me open. I think you can see me now.
I can see you, yeah.
You can see me, okay.
Yeah. Mhm. And you know that you are very handsome like this.
Sir, the same thing you said to Paul. What a line.
That is not lie, though. That is the truth.
I'm not saying you are lying. I'm saying the same line you are using for me, you are using for Paul.
If
All
you
right,
want
sir.
to, if you want to confirm, His Excellency Ambassador is here, so you can confirm it.
I don't like men commenting on my looks. I like women commenting. I don't like married women commenting.
His Excellency, am I right or wrong?
No, I can see a handsome face and with a nice smile on his face now. So
So
nice to see your face, James.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate the compliment.
yeah. So maybe when we grow up, we'll be like you.
Okay, sir. One day
Okay,
must start
I have given you access to share.
Okay,
And
sir.
yeah, please, I want us to be very, very hard on James because there are 3 people that did that. So
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, trust the 3 people that are here too. And they're gonna give you hard times so that we know what to do. Right, so where are we?
I think we agreed that well, let me see. I'm trying to do something here. I want to shrink one of these screen and it seems I've enlarged it. Okay. We agreed that we are going to, my group is going to deal on rules and organizational structures.
Rules and organizational structure, yeah.
Yes, that's
That's what
what
we
we agreed. Okay, so I have some comments to guide me here.
Okay, let's go quickly. Explain yourself
Okay,
and tell us, you know.
our assumption is that the business is a brownfield. So data quality organizational structure is formalized. We assigned a 2 as our scaling rating. And this means the business is that is developing our data quality structure in the organization. So the early awareness, it means that there's an early awareness by the organization because it's more of a brownfield, and the data impacts decision making. The company understands that data impacts decision making in the business. So yeah, initial process like data profiling, cleansing are being introduced, but are not systematic or automated. So there's a reactive approach to issues, no formal governance in place. Data quality rules, ownership, and accountability are not clearly defined. Policies do exist, but are inconsistently applied across the enterprise. So we understand there's a gap of one, and this is the current situation in the company. We want to move it at the end of the year. We should be at level 3. So to get to that level, we have to establish a data governance framework with clear rules and responsibilities. We have to also define data quality rules and standards across all systems, and then implement automated monitoring and observability tools to detect abnormalities in real time, whereby fostering a data-driven culture where quality is seen as everyone's responsibility. That is how we intend to arrive at level 3 at the end of the year. So by the 3rd year, we hope to be at a scaling of 4, and there's a gap of 2 between the developing stage and the optimization stage. So to get there, we have to measure and monitor data quality. We need to define clear metrics, which entails the data dimensions, which is accuracy, completeness, consistency, timeliness, validity, and so on. And then we need to establish key performance indicators and threshold for data quality, and then set up continuous monitoring process with automated tools and dashboards. That's how we want to move in the data quality stage for the organization. So at this stage, we say it is not fully formalized, but we hope that by year 3, year 3, it should be formalized. So do I leave room for question, or do I go to the next stage, sir?
You have to give room for questioning.
Okay.
Yeah. Any question, everyone?
Not yet from me.
Any contribution then?
I think I kind of appreciate the work done by James and the team. I think a bit, let's say, completely different from what I did, but I can see some depth in what they've done. So yeah, well done, James and team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
They can put it in the chat group, so you can see if there's sharp differences and whatever. Okay.
All right.
So, because did you say you have you establish data quality? What do you establish?
Okay, for us to for the 3rd year to get us from the defining stage to monitoring stage.
Yeah,
so we have to establish a clear sorry, I think I've missed my train.
Yeah, so because you need to you for the first, what you saw, the present situation was 2.
Yes, sir.
And then the your first year target is when you saw the gaps that's there. So the gap, you define them, you have to achieve it to 3 the first year target.
Yes, so I think from developing stage to define stage, we have to establish a data governance framework. Then we define the rules, make sure that the stewards, the custodians, and the data owners are clearly defined. Their roles and responsibilities are assigned, and there's no mismatch of duties between them. So that's the way we think we should move from
Yeah,
2 to 3.
you did it well. The thing is that how do you define the model? How do you define and the rules? How do you
Uh,
define the
we, we, we set up a data governance policy, and in that
council
policy,
policy?
we
Okay.
outline their. So
Okay.
like the council now will now determine the rule, each owner, each stewards and everything. It will be clearly stated out.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
sir.
Let me add to it if you can put on note. If or you go back to watch this video, you can put it on notes. And sometime for me to do a note back is because we have to. I'm saying it because of the target and it used to be brownfield, so your targeting, that will determine what I will say. Um,
Okay, sir.
so the first thing you do when it comes to that, when you have something like 2 or 1, for example, because if it is 0, we know how to start a greenfield. So the first
Yeah,
thing you do,
I want to put you, but my colleague said there was no zero in your scaling.
it doesn't really
Initially, I was
mean
thinking
that
of.
mine is specific to a specific job. So your could be different. You could define your 0 in Avok or whatever, depends on. You see, all these things is neither here nor there. But the thing is that we want to know who is actually, what you're doing by experience, and these are guidelines,
Okay, sir.
not limited to what I just said. So based on, it's a guidelines anyway, because my experience will not be the experience. You must be more
Yes,
experienced
sir.
than me in your role in one way or the other. You have to justify why you do things. That's why we give room for people to justify. Otherwise, I will say, okay, this is what you must do. No, it's not like that. So I could see that, first of all, you need to define and document the data quality operating model. Okay. And
Okay,
how
sir.
do you do that? And how do you do that? You specify rules, which you say the framework.
Yes, sir.
So you specify the rules, responsibilities, and reporting lines and workflows. In other words, we're talking about organogram.
Okay.
Okay. Accountability level and responsibility flow as well. So this includes the governance board, the board itself. Okay. And don't forget
All right.
we're talking about organization structure of data quality. There must be organizational structure. So this includes the governing board, councils, committee setup, and escalation paths, procedures, or whatever you can put them. It's a very good thing, very, very good thing. You know, this aspect of it is very important, even in interview. Okay. Then after that, you assign clear data quality leadership roles. You must assign the roles. It's not just defining them and have policy backing them up. You must assign it to whoever, like appoint a chief data officer, CDO, and you could also, or data governance lead, that's sometimes another name for CDO. And then you establish data quality manager who's responsible for the company's oversight. Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
is what does manager do? What is manager's role?
To resolve problems.
To solve problems. So just know that one. And to also, manage, to also uh, work with team, a very good team builder. There's a problem solver. The ability for you to solve problems will determine how effective and good you are in terms of manager. And there are so much models and theories that are attributed to such, and the quality of being a good leader being there as well. Some are very charismatic in nature that have inbuilt entity in them that they can easily make things move. Some of them are situational leaders. When situation occurs, how do you handle it? Some are transactional leaders, some are, transformational leaders, and depends on the kind of leadership style someone may use in his ability to manage situations and move people along with. So whichever may be the case, you as a data governance manager be able to detect who you need to assign such a role to be responsible for the enterprise oversight, And then you also need to consider to establish data owners. That is very important for all key domains within the company. Very, very imperative. It is not even optional. It is mandatory. Very, very. Every domain must have owners. So though one of the challenges people face is to identify who are key owners, key data owners. So sometimes they give headache, and one of the reasons they say, "What is it in it for me?" So you have them. If you want to identify data owners, and they are not responding, what will you do? That's an interview question.
Sorry, sir, did you just ask me a question?
I asked a question, not only you. So if you want to, it's very important that if you want to identify or try to assign someone to be a data owner, and they said, "What is in it for me?" and they are not responding to your, to you, what will you do?
I need to. Okay, go on, madam.
I know you will quick say that.
No, no. I said if they're not responding to you, maybe you could arrange to have a one-to-one meeting with them to put across your views, and try to you have to convince them and probably show them practical examples as to why they need to go down that route. Probably they would say, is there any sort of incentive? So again, it depends on the company. Is there going to be any incentive for them to actually, or what are the benefits from doing that particular training, or something in that line? So it's really your responsibility to try and convince them to come to your way of to see your way of thinking, or to see why the organization needs to adopt whatever practices that needs to be adopted.
Thank you. His Excellency?
Yeah, I think the approach I would use is, at the back of what Her Excellency has said. My approach would be just to not only to have that one-on-one call. Effectively, everybody wants to know what he or she wants to get out of that position. So maybe I will take up a discussion with the management to see whether there's a kind of incentive, because when there's that incentive there, they would tend to put more effort in. So essentially, the person you're trying to appoint already has his own work to do. So that's an extra work, and a little incentive can help, whether it's a bonus or kind of recognition given to the person and for that roles. I mean, different people have things that drive them. So it's a case of you understanding the person you want to appoint and then see whether there's a kind of negotiation. I think that's where budget comes in, something that might be a little bit that will be given to the person being appointed. I think that's on top of what I would have done at the back of what Sister Isa said. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. James, do you understand that? Others?
Yes, I was going to add that at least we show them a value of trusted data in the organization, how it will improve the general well-being of the enterprise.
Yeah, they buy into it, no problem. For the value you want to create, no problem. But what is in it for me? This is me
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah.
So
So just
The
to
law
add,
says,
just to add to what Mr. Sylvester said, essentially you're telling me all those things. I've had all those stories, but what do I get from, putting in more hours into this work? So, saying all those things would, as much as it will sound pleasing to them, they want to see what trickles down. What can we get? Is there any recognition given to me? Is there any bonus? Is that something I will get? So that's again where they'll be thinking from that point. Thank you.
thank you, sir, so much. You all have contributed very well. So brilliant. So the first thing, you create awareness, as James said, for them to see the value. And after that, what is going to be something you're going to give. So this could be like even an initiative that you can present before any employer, and a loss has to be done on that. I only ask that question because that's a very, very, in fact, if not number 2 or 3 questions that come in an interview. So very important on that. So while you assign clear rule of leadership, you appoint, data, you also need to appoint data owners for key data domains. And we have also answered why if it doesn't happen that way, how will you lure them to be? But what do you do again by establishing that is having business aligned data owners? So how, if somebody is an accountant or working in accounting department, is the head of the accounting department, if he's the head of accounting department, you will want to make him to be like a data owner in accounting department. So that's called business aligned data governance. Do you understand that? To make it very easy. Someone is in the maintenance department, is the head of the department, you want to make him the data owner of that department. Okay? In that place, he can also have stewards in each of the departments. So business aligned.
so is it like empowering
Sorry?
champions?
Sorry?
I said, like, when I say making them heads of departments, are you like empowering data champions? That is people
Yeah,
who
you
can
can. That
further
is,
foster
thank you. Yeah, that's why I'm
the
saying
initiative.
business aligned data owners better. You can't tell me to manage accounting department when I'm a HR. I can't do that, but it will not move very fine because it's the different kind of business within the enterprise. So business aligned data owners who are accountable for quality and decision making within their domain matters. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody who is a mechanical engineering department to go and manage data in accounting department. It doesn't go well. Yeah, so if you make it departmental related in terms of business, that will be easier for us. Do you understand that? So it's very important. Then also you need to think about how to appoint data stewards across business unit, which I have said before. As you have data owners, stewards will follow. In the accounting department, as you have an accountant, the head of accounting department, business aligned data, you can also have a stewards in that business aligned data as well to help the one. You talk about stewards enforces. The steward enforces what data need to be taken care of after the policy have been drafted based on what the policy stands for. So you need to also appoint or create a formal, data quality committee or council, which of course I said the other time. Did you mention it in yours? You mentioned it in yours. The council is important. The response, the council across functional department, they review data quality issues, approve standards, and prioritize initiatives based on their domain. And you need to also, this we're talking about structure now, that is organogram. Structure is more of the framework of how to achieve data qualities. So that is very important. So the assigning of rules and responsibility, creative council, governance council, and all those things are very important. Then you could also develop, especially in a brown field, and publish what is called ROACI metrics. You mentioned metrics the other time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that indicates who is responsible. Arrow means responsible, A means accountable.
RACI is enough for the next rule.
Yeah, it's metrics or metrics. Responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for all data quality activities. Always remember that ROACI is a metrics in measuring whether who is responsible, who is accountable, who is consulted, and then on that basis we know where the fault lies and who is not doing well. So that will also determine our KPI. All right, based on the criteria we put in place. Because if it's not there, who we know who anybody accountable or responsible if there's a breach or there's something that's wrong, where is it coming from? So you need to also create organogram, or let me say organizational structure for data governance and data quality as well. That way, visually, show the hierarchy, rules, and also structure across the company you have, so that anyone will see it. Everyone has to be aware of it. That's what matters. And you define job descriptions for the data quality rules as well. That will help to know the skills of people, identify the skills, and also know the skills, the competence, ability to work without aid or little support. And also your KPI mentioned the other time as well, and the performance expectation of each of those rules that you assign. And another thing I think you should be able to have document authority and decision-making rights, because not everyone that has document has authority to sign it off or whatever. So you modify who can approve data definitions in terms of standards, remediation, and also change request when a request is made, especially data security authorization. And when you unauthorized person, you can expect somebody could demand, someone from a computing department demanding the NI number. Oh, did I say NI number? Oh yeah. Or I can't. Oh, sorry, I can't. NI number in London, we call it national insurance.
Yes, it's
Okay, you know it now. So you
similar to NIN here.
yes, so it's not.
I have one.
Yes, I don't know why someone in computing department will be requesting for that. So, and if it's okay, why you should, for you to give an authorization and access to it, they get to sign it off. Who has the right authority to sign it off? All those things must be stated in the structure. Who signed this thing off? Who did who requested it? That all those things must be. So probably I'm looking at your initial and the target you're going. That's why I'm saying all this. If we say one, if you say one, I will say more. If you say two, I will say less. Okay. If you say three, you are going to say it's lesser in order until you get to optimization. So Louis, your hand is up. Good to
Yes,
see you,
Pastor.
Louis.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Just like what Pastor was talking about authorization and um, you can't tell an engineer to do a carpenter's job.
Mhm.
Presently, I'm at work and I was trained for a new software and I'm querying policies. I've just spoken to two people who put in a wrong policy in. I instead of reporting them, I had to correct them that you should know the right policy for this vehicle to put in. They were wondering how I noticed it, but these are people that have known me past, but they don't know I've been trained with a new software that can monitor policies. So I was just giving them directive that, okay, can you take it off and do this? So because if you don't, I have to write on this one. And the lady grabbed my signal and quickly adjusted it quickly, which is what I'm still doing as we speak. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for that, Louis. And it's very good to see you that sometimes you join when you're so busy. All right. I think what I will do, let's go to the next one because of time. Because of time. Let's go to
Okay.
the next one.
The
Yeah.
next one is data
But
quality.
do you understand this?
Yes, I understand it. I've taken some notes.
Okay. Make sure all your notes put it well so that you can put it on the platform.
Yeah. All right, sir.
Okay.
Data quality roles and responsibilities are defined and are supported by the RACI chart. Example, architects, data analysts. So we assigned up two, which we said is developing.
Yeah.
So at this level, is developing, and
Why is it developing?
because we are still assigning and putting documentation together, trying to establish data council, also assigning roles and responsibility to stewards. So we're still developing. That's why the business, there is a brownfield that developing, but as of the current target. But at the end of the year, we intend to go to 3. So to get us to 3, we said we create the RACI chart to clarify who is responsible. Then we assign data owners and stewards for critical domains for customers' finance products. Then we establish the governance structure, documents responsibility in policies and procedures. Then we train staff so that everyone will understand their roles in the maintenance, in the maintaining data quality. So that by year 3, we should be at 4, which is monitoring level. So I did a small chart here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the chart, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. I did a small chart here. So it tells us what the RACI chart looks like. And we're using, these are the tasks to be done, and these are the people responsible for each task. And you can see in each of the columns and rows, we've shown like we define project goals. We have the project manager as being accountable for it. We have the project sponsor as being responsible, and then we have a business analyst as being
Consulted.
and then technician as being informed, and then stakeholders are also consulted. I think on this chart is important to note that I think we only have one person being accountable for each task. But we can have several being responsible and other people being consulted. But for accountability, it's just one person each time. So for us to get to the year 4, 4th level, which is monitoring level, we said for measuring our data quality roles and responsibilities, which means checking for clarity and accountability coverage, effectiveness, and collaboration, use KPIs. and the RACI chart, and then governance audits to ensure that responsibility aren't just defined but actively carried out. So to monitor itself, we use dashboards and then use KPI tracking for rules coverage and accountability. Then we have a periodic audit, review whether the rules are being followed. There also leave room for feedback loops whereby the worker, the business users can also report on what is happening. And then if there's the rules that need to be cleared and effective, we make that clear. And then the governance council will be responsible for reporting, which means they have to ensure that rules are reviewed and updated regularly. That's how we can monitor and measure our progress.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Is any question on this from anybody? Any question? Any question? Or what about contribution? What about contribution?
Well,
Anybody?
maybe the racy chat that was done, maybe it can be, I'm not sure whether it captured the different stakeholders that need to be, because it sounded like the normal one for projects. So maybe there might be different names there, or individuals that needed to be included rather than those that were there. That's my take, or maybe what I noticed. I could be wrong. Yeah.
I understand what you mean because I sometimes handle projects. That's why it was easier for me to use this.
The ROC is
I understand what you mean. I should
what,
have made it.
what he's trying to say sometimes is like with that ROC, something you brought out, it conceals a lot of responsibility and accountability that may fall in each of them. But I think that will be spelled in organogram. So this ROC something is good for, because the purpose is just for the purpose of arrow is say. So otherwise, I think what His Excellency is asking of, that can be defined in the structure, main structure. So if the main structure defines everyone's accountability and responsibility, that should be okay. ROC is just to now indicate who's accountable, who's responsible, in terms there's a problem within the structure. So, and it will just spell out. Yeah, I think you really carry out the number 2 very well, very well. But the difference is that I'm very concerned about your assessment, because in what you discuss, you're always showing to me that it's supposed to be one out of, instead of 2. Because you put a lot. That a lot you put in there, it does not show that it's 2, showing that 1. Okay. And the more the higher you go, the lesser job you do, the lesser elemental components you may need to back a functional component. You may need to back up your reason of your assessment and target. So, and what we inform their decision in terms of budget as well. So I'm not telling you to change it, because what you put, that tells me, I don't know if I'm communicating.
I'm listening, sir.
Yeah, that tells me that there are a lot to do. So if there are a lot to do, then that too, I don't know if His Excellency, the law, because the things you have there is much. I feel that your first assessment does not need to be 2, could be 1. Although I would not tell you to take it to one because you know your company more than you. You know the budgets. So, for example, as well. But to me, what you put, we're looking at data quality roles and responsibilities are defined and are supported by areas. This is the science supported. If you look at the first one, data quality kind of structure, then where is this supported by ROACR? So that's where the issue lies. So that means if with what you have there, there are a lot to do. I don't know if anyone can pick terms with me. That to me, I just feel that
Yeah,
two is too high.
yeah, I would agree in total with you, Your
Mhm.
Excellency. I think from the comments they said roles are starting to be recognized and
Yeah,
assigned.
yeah,
So if that's the case, then it doesn't seem to be two.
yeah,
So again, it all depends on what you saw, but again, that would also mean the type of budget you are asking them for, the type of funds you might be asking them to give to you.
absolutely.
If you say it's one or two, it then means if it's 100K they're looking for at two, maybe it'll be 80. But it will be making sense if you, based on what you're written there, it does seem to me that you're actually on one. If the roles are just starting to be recognized, then I'm not sure that that has gone to two. That would
Mm.
be my opinion as well. Thank you.
Mm. The- Do you have any comment on it back again, James? Because you need to go and report to your constituency.
I,
Oh,
I
we
agree. I agree with what the ambassador just said, because if rules are just starting, then of course they haven't gone anywhere, so they will obviously be one.
James, I told you before, you won't run away from medicine because there are people here who want to squeeze you.
yeah.
And
Well, our
as,
thinking was that
as you're asking,
one will
as
be
you're squeeze,
reserved for.
sorry?
Our thinking was that one will be for greenfield. So since it's a brownfield, it means we've gone
Well,
past.
because if something have not started, what does that mean? The way you're just quiet is like it's just like three of you just quiet together. Three of you, James, Peace and Bob, just quiet together. So if you say something just starting and you were able to bring it out with evidence, that shows that it's not supposed to even be two. So if you want to maintain, you go say this is a brownfield, though it's a brownfield, but this aspect of it has not even started at all. And then you say one, you'll be able to justify it. But if you make two and you put in so much in
You're
it,
right. You're right, because even apart from data, when you join a company for the first time, you do 6 months of probation.
yeah,
So that probation, they will say they're still watching you to see if you are who you say you are. So there's no way they're going to give you any score higher than a one, because they haven't really studied you. They haven't really assessed your capabilities or abilities against the job role. So you will definitely be a one. So the same thing applies for this particular role we're talking about.
it could be exceptional too, Your Majesty. Ambassador. It could
Oh,
be
that's
exceptional
true.
because
That's true. If
let me use my case as a study. I joined an organization. Um, if I joined an organization July 1st, and it it's the organization probation is 1 year. So the first 6 months they have to carry out an observation on you. And normally the threshold is 1 to 5, 5 be the highest. And record wise, I have the record I can show you even from my laptop. It's not a joke. Record wise has shown that the first start people if you are very strong, you start with maybe two. And then after the observation, they now observe you, give you areas you can improve, and then they can now move you up. Now, my wife is aware of this. My first observation was 4/5. they had to query who observed me. So we had to query who observed me. He said, well, I'm sorry, you are my line manager, and they're directors anyway. So then I said, okay, you need to go and observe this guy yourself. The next thing I want is just I want you as well. When you go there, don't ask why, because the guy is a pastor. They laugh. I don't think the person thought it was enough. They had to send somebody from Manchester after another 6 months, say they shouldn't be within our zone. The person came, the person gave me 4 for another after 6 months. Again, gave me 4. He now told me that if it is possible, no one in this place has got 5. I would have given you 5. It's him that is has observed me. He has constantly been maintaining maximum 3. Simple. There is no way all the points, all the you just put them. It's just you just tip all the the thing. Why I'm saying this, exceptionally, they have to define every of those aspects of it with what to justify why something should be there. So is it the same thing? So like what you put now, His Excellency was able to detect easily because I know there are too much things there. And you essentially want to define one of those roles in to show that there's something of concern here that it should even be one. Because this we're talking about, we are not expert, but you're talking about saying this to a businessman inside might not be, he might not see it properly the way we are seeing it because we are the one who's seeing it here right now. So in the business setup, your stakeholder might not see it properly, unless someone who is a stakeholder who has this ability to see things properly, especially business analysts. They will detect you. They will detect you, say, something's wrong somewhere else. Okay. But if you're talking to a state chief executive who doesn't have a clue on this, he will buy into your something, but then the budget might not reach what you expected to do. And then you shot yourself in the foot because instead of 1, they give you more money. Then you say it's 2, they give you less money. You will see the graph as you move on. When you look at your rating, don't you see the gap the other side? Yeah, I think the graph, where's the graph? In a sheet 3, or sheet 4. You're going to be seeing priorities, you're going to be seeing the roadmap, you're going to be seeing, okay, you see how is it forming there? So that will automatically shows the domain to which they can take decision based on the capabilities. How many people, where is the competency and capability they have? So that will now inform their decision on the kind of amount of money I should put into this project. So we have to be careful the way we relate to that. Is that okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, go ahead tell your cause. Oh yeah, if you want to.
No, I said I agree with you, and I agree with what you said about your case. But like what I put on the chat, so your case is exceptional. I mean, if you're a consultant joining a company, of course, they expect you as a consultant to come in there to resolve the problems, not to start learning on the job.
Yeah,
But of course, if you're an employee, then it's quite different. They expect that you will learn on the job. But for a lot of people during their probationary period, for them to even get a 2 out of 5, it's a hard climb. It's a hard task with what is going on, especially if you've come in and say, for example, you're learning how to, like Mr. Louis, you're learning how to learn a new software or something as part of the job. For a lot of people, getting that 2, even in the first 6 months, will be somewhat of an uphill task.
Even the person who the 2 people that observe me, they are not more than 3. So that's where the query comes. I came in for. So and as a matter of fact, apart from that, the indication shows everywhere. They have to do a survey. I showed my wife the survey now. They did on behalf of on behalf of the university. They did survey. I showed my wife the survey. I can give you the link and check. I was way high, more than them. And these are things students have to talk about. This is the reason why I'm saying this, in effect, is that we must define rules. Enjoy it, enjoy the work, just enjoy it, and enjoy how it is. We must listen to understand, not to reply. We must get situations that, that is involved that challenge you. So we don't want to talk much in this anyway. Carry this matter to your consistency so that
It means that we have to review our work.
You guys have done great work, and you could see. I like your information. If you see His Excellency told you last night, where the way you place your these things are, we're all learning all these things all together. He's a very good person in Excel. If he's very good in Excel too as well. So we have about at this moment about 3 to 4 people that are good in Excel. One day we're going to have an Excel class for a full 1 hour or two for people to practically use that. And all the softwares, they use Excel, all the software, but the people, the software, they
Excel,
use it.
Excel is their grandfather.
It's their grandfather. So if you know Excel very well, even in some data governance, they will tell you that, do you know Excel? Proficiency in Excel. So the way I learn one more to go on, I haven't even commented on this anyway. Anyway, don't worry. I have a lot to talk about that. I will put it on the chat box. It's only one person that reminded me, and that is Excellency Ambassador Lawrence.
For the checklist?
Yeah.
Yes, I went through it. I saw that, I think, from page 1 to page 4, it seems to repeat itself. Only page 5 downward, I could see differences.
Yeah, because I have told you that most of them repeat in framework. Okay, that's where you work from somewhere. When you say framework and policy. So some of them repeat itself, just like, for example, you see the data qualities organization structure, number 1, and then number 2, say data quality roles and responsibility. You will expect that they're going to be repetition of what is there. Okay? Because there are roles and organizational structure. So some of the things will just be there. Okay, as criteria to which you can check. Any other question on it?
No,
So go to the okay. The law, you want to say something? The law want to say something?
No, not at all. I was saying no.
Yeah, because we have actually used our time, but then I want us to just do one if it is possible, so that we can finish well. Then you can adjust later. Wait, do the next one, please. I want to see. I want to see.
Data quality skills and proficiency levels.
Yes,
are defined for each rules within the data quality practice. We assigned a 3 here.
Why did you have to laugh first? Why did you have to laugh first?
Because from your review, you said most of the things we put down reflects more of the one than.
Tell us the things first, so that we know where.
So we said it's data quality is defined, the proficiency level is defined, skills proficiency levels for each role means the organization has moved beyond assigning responsibilities. It now ensures that individuals have the capabilities and maturity to perform them effectively with a roadmap for growth. Then that is the current state. Then at the end of the year, sorry, just a moment. At the end of the year, we hope to get to assign a 4 to it, which means it's at the measuring stage, the measuring and monitoring stage. So monitoring and measurement, to get to that stage, is about making those definitions operational so we can track whether people are applying their skills effectively and whether the practice is improving over time. So what we do is we establish KPIs for roles, example, data owners. We measure the percentage of issues resolved within the service, that SLA again, service level agreement. And then the stewards, data stewards, will measure the number of data quality rules implemented and the anomalies they detect. Therefore, the analysts and the engineers will measure the accuracy of profiling reports, timeliness of dashboards. Therefore, the business unit will also measure the percentage of issues reported, their compliance with data entry standards. Then we create is skills to performance mapping. And then 3, we implement monitoring tools. 4, we do governance reporting, such as setting up regular reporting, use of the RACI chart to ensure accountability for monitoring activities cycles. Then we also have feedback and continuous improvement. With this, we can now monitor the level we are. And then we hope that by year 3, we will be at 5, which is a complete optimization. So here we have to get to that stage, we have a continuous measurement and feedback. We move beyond static definitions of skills to actual implementation. And then move beyond statistics and the definition of skills. We implement ongoing assessment tied to performance KPI. For example, the stewards are not only advanced in cleansing tools, but their effectiveness is in measuring by reduction in anomalies over time. And we also automate and bring in automation and monitoring. Automation of monitoring, introduce all AI and ML, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning driven anomaly to detect and automate rules enforcement. Then we integrate with business outcome by linking data quality proficiency to business KPIs, which will be in the customer satisfaction, compliance, and revenue protection. And then we adopt adaptive development plans. Instead of having static training, we create dynamic learning paths based on evolving technologies and business needs. Then we also have benchmarking and best practices. That way we can compare between our own enterprise and what is sustainable within the industry. And then we also cultivate culture of continuous improvement, which will embed into the data quality, into the organizational DNA. So it needs it to be core into the organizational structure. Whatever is done, data quality must be an integral part of every aspect of the enterprise. So that's the way we think we can move it from monitoring level to optimization.
Finish?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful.
You can see me sweating here. I'm standing here for 3 people.
How did you perform in that assessment? Your target?
How do you mean, sir?
No, it's a simple question. You say, how do you think you perform in that your assessment and your target?
We think we did well. I think
Okay.
we did well to move from one stage to the other, the things we need to put in place.
Okay. Now, is there any question from anybody, please? Really seriously, we need to throw a punch.
Please, only one person will give and three people punch.
No, you as soon as it comes, you just divert it. You just convert it to you just send it to peace and
So peace is disposed. This man says he's having power issue where he's
okay.
Paul.
So I want please the law.
Yeah, I was just thinking because of time, maybe you just let's be very nice to the young man here. So just one person would give him the punches rather than three of us.
Yeah, then start you with your punch.
Do I need my gear, protective gear on?
No, James, well, you guys did well. I think I thought it sounded a bit ambitious, so maybe it's something that maybe again it's not something I saw, so it could be what you guys have seen in the system. But to initially just say they are on three and then move to four and then five sounds like a bit of a big up act for that to happen. So. I'm thinking it might be something that needs to be revisited. Look at it again and see whether they are actually on three, and then is it possible to move from three to five in a space of 2 years? So I just don't want to go into so much, but maybe Pastor is going to throw all the hardest punches to you, but this is my
No,
No, I think
Okay, sir, bring it down. I'm ready. I have my book
if
here.
you want to speak to.
no, Pastor, I don't have a punch for him. I admire his boldness.
Yeah.
Honestly, I admire his boldness and the way he kept flowing. Whether he hit the points or not, or hit areas or add more areas he need to add it. I admire the fact that he was very bold to speak. And imagine sitting in front of 3 or 4 people in an interview and you're flowing like that. It gives a scope like you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I admire that.
Yeah, he learned that again from His Excellency, who was speaking last 2 weeks, 2 weeks in a row. So they must be very strong as well. Ife, have you got a word for him? Encouragement?
He's done well. James has done very well, like his Excellency said, and well, there's always room for improvement. So it's a case of taking away what's been said here and going to put into practice. So,
Yeah.
but overall, I think he's done very well, and even the presentation is good. So, so nothing,
Okay.
no hard hitting, no hard hitting cracks at the moment.
Uh,
Yes, the way he indulged straight away and
thank,
just kept on going. And
thank you.
I raise my
Thank,
hat for you.
thank
I
you
raise my
so
hat for
much.
you.
James, these people, do you know David Beckham? David Beckham, yeah, I watched his Netflix. Yeah. Anytime the dad will be telling him to kick the ball, and we will kick it for several times before we get it. They say, "Oh, you didn't perform well." Okay, but the mother will keep on saying, "Oh, just praise him small now." Oh, this is it. But when he was talking, he said the father actually made him to be strong. So you presented well right from beginning. You started. It's not only today you be presenting. Okay, you presented things well, but the reality of it, that your theory is too high for what you presented in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know that before now. You know.
Yeah, we're just trying to see how we can up the game from
I
what
know, not just
Mr.
up
Lawrence
again.
was presenting. But
Sometimes I
now,
do.
yeah, it's done
Sometimes,
on me.
yeah. Sometimes it baffles me if you are actually you're trying to be whether in a brownfield continuously one way or the other, wide improvement. You don't rush because the company budget, I don't know the scale anyway. So it's neither here nor there. But with what you brought out to support your trade, I think it's supposed to be lower. In fact, if I have my way, I would just say one. In fact, all your two, three supposed to be one because you work so hard to come out with those things that are really needed for you to move from one to another. So if those things are really needed for you to move from one to another, that means they have not really started well, because most of them are the basis of things. You see that? Yeah, it's the basis of things. So 3 is just too high. Forget about your presentation. It's absolutely wonderful. One of the best in anywhere you're gonna go in one word or the other by level of your presentation. But understanding there is that some of the things you mentioned in each of those components are some basis. So that means it shouldn't even be free. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so because of time, according to His Excellency, I will put something on the chat box for us to continue. And I will seek to know when we're going to start Power BI, because don't forget, we need to finish all these things. So we need to finish them. I don't know, but we cannot wait for too long a time before we start Power BI, because some people want to get their work. They want to start work. So, and on that basis, I really want us to look at it properly. Keep on going with your constituents. And Louis, your hand is up.
Yes, I was just looking at my rota.
Okay.
We can, if it's okay with you, we can take on Power BI on the 22nd, which is a Saturday.
No, that's very good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
off on that day.
okay. What about Sunday? Are you off?
I'm off on Sunday. It was only this week I won't be able to come to church.
Okay, so
I'm working today, tomorrow.
Okay, so that would be great. So this Saturday we will have a first go on it. Is that okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
You need your laptop, so everyone.
Yeah, I will inform my group.
Not phone, no laptops.
I will tell them.
So, you can download a free version of it, or
I think I have it in my system already.
Okay.
You have it? Okay, lovely.
I
Okay,
have Power BI, a free version.
Okay.
Free
So
version. What system are you using?
How do you mean what system?
What OS are you using? Are you using
Yeah.
Windows or?
Windows. It's Windows.
Okay, if it's Windows, then download Power BI desktop. That's actually I do one.
Yeah.
Power BI desktop, but I have it
Desktop.
already, I think.
Okay. All right, that would be a great. Tell your constituency so that we're working with time. Despite that day, we still need to be finishing this thing, because we need to get everything you see here controls a lot of things in yeah, in a data governance manager job. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. You can stop sharing now.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure. I hope we learned something today.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I just like to say that probably after Louis is done Power BI, maybe towards the end of next month, I will do one on SQL.
Yeah, MySQL. Okay, that's good. Then
Madam, I'm waiting. No, I want to be
any
and
special students.
the law we do Excel.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyone on Colibra? Do we have to any hands-on work on that? Do we need that?
Yes, so.
Yeah, Colibra is very
Yes,
important.
so that's a must. Please. Hey, I just hope the day you fix it, I'm not working.
Okay. Do you want to do Colibra first?
Yeah, I don't mind, please.
No, I'm saying the law. The law is not here now.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Do you want to do Colibra?
No, I was thinking, is anyone taking us on Colibra?
Okay. That's what
I
you said.
thought he said he knew Colibra.
No, he's going
No.
himself.
So there's anyone.
There's a new Calibra now. There's a new Calibra as well now. For my informatical as well. Did you attend the conference, Louis?
Pastor, I've been hands-on as soon as I go back to work. No,
Okay. So
I'm gonna be honest.
There is a powerful informatica, conference. Anyway, let's finish what we have now. Power BI, very important, MySQL and Excel. and that in terms of quality data analysis something, and then we'll talk about Colibra later. When you would do MD,
is it similar? Is it similar like SQL?
Excuse me, Colibra is fantastic. It's just like informatical. Yeah.
And SQL is not. No, I don't know. Well, I don't really know about
No,
Colibra, but
my
SQL.
SQL.
SQL is more is a brother to Excel too. It's a brother to Power BI.